Okay, I'm back. Yay. Maximus did not like his insulin poke today. He actually growled while he was eating, so that was not fun. Trying to get him to not move. I must have hit a muscle or something, which I'm really good at getting the air pocket that you create. But I must have goofed this time. Alright, we're at 11. It's getting to be nighttime. And we have an empty altar. Oh, I have to wait, don't I? Yep. Darn Soulfray. Makes me have to wait. So I will have a Cursed Earth spawner underneath here with a Well of Suffering when I get to a tier 4. That is the plan. 3 more of these. And the drops that I get, I will be able to utilize for other purposes. Two more. I keep forgetting what number I'm on, and I've only done like a couple. Alright, so when we get the tier 2 made, we shall move on to you guys' choice. Roots, Botania, or Embers. Ooh, there we go. Alright, these. Alright, so I got what I need for there. We don't need that one. Alright, so this should be our tier 2. We should make this. Which one is this one? An alchemy array. I have to remember how to do this. I need to make some arcane ash. And read about this. So we need to make a hellfire forge. Aha! Well, okay. What do we need for the next orb? A block of redstone and 5,000 LP. So what do you guys want to see me work on? What are we going to get started with next? Botania, Roots, or Embers? Like I said, I think that is the only other magic mods in this. I'm pretty certain there is not 5,000 in there right now, so we're going to do this a little bit. Still have soul snares stuck. That looks pretty full. Didn't this used to be an emerald for tier 2? Gold, whatever that is. Oh, a blood shard. You can't get to tier 6 right now. It's not implemented. So come on. There we go. And we have an apprentice blood orb and a weak blood orb. And so we are set. Let's just do this again so that it is used. We'll just leave that there for now. And since you guys didn't say anything, we're gonna probably do Embers. Now, I've only watched a mod spotlight from the dev, a dev spotlight about Embers. So there is no in-game manuals or anything. Why is there lettuce floating around up here? I was pretty sure it didn't drop it in the world when it was full. Maybe it does. Doesn't make sense. I thought it would just stop. Baffled. Because I don't need this full of lettuce. Goodbye, lettuce. Here, take these bits with you. Which reminds me, we should go check to see if we still have bits block. We do. Look at that. The regular birch block burned. It was right here. But the chisel and bits wood does not, no longer has wood properties. So if I built with wood at all in the blood magic near the incense altar where I would have lava, I would be able to just change the wood by 1 bit and not have to worry about it burning. That's good news. Good news. Okay. For Embers, Embers is a work in progress magic mod that has a power system called Embers. And there's activated embers. It is found in limited quantities assigned by each chunk. Each chunk has a certain amount in it. You can find the most in hills and extreme hills. And this happens to be a forest hills, so I'm hoping the chunks that this contains a lot of embers. You make an ember bore, and you need gunpowder and furnace fuels for it to bore the bedrock to get to the embers that are in the chunk, and it comes out in crystal form or shards. Crystals are larger than the shards, and as I said, it is limited. It is not unlimited fuel. I believe he's working on a very, very slow passive generation of some sort to augment the need to go around from spot to spot to spot. I kind of like the idea of having to go and bore another area. So what we're going to do first is set up a, find where there's some ember, dig down to bedrock, make a bore, and start collecting the ember crystals and ember shards. Because once we have a decent amount of those, we'll be able to create the ember activator that takes the shards and crystals and turns it into the power. So you've got the innate version that we're collecting from the earth, and then we're going to convert it into the active version that will power the mod's machines. Most specifically that I'll be using it for is ore smelting with ore duplication. So that is what I'm going to do that. That'll be like my magic ore processing. Because right now we're using actually additions, which is RF needs, and we're going to try to move to embers. All right, so to do that, we need to make a gauge. Let's see, this atmospheric gauge. So it needs 4 copper, 1 redstone, and 2 iron. I don't believe I have any copper smelted. So let's see if I can find it. I know I have it. Copper. We'll do that. We need the copper first, otherwise I'd put the iron in there. But we'll get the copper in here, and then we'll put the ore back in there. Okay. So let's make this gauge. Oh, I need 4 copper. Why did I think I only needed 2? I don't know why I thought I only needed 2. But whatever. Alright. Now let's make an atmospheric gauge. You can see on the screen the gauge says there's not a whole lot in this chunk. Look at how that is so low. Let's turn the chunk boundaries on. And we're going to approach the forest hills. This one's really low. He said that any chunk that is not a forest, not a hills, so extreme hills, and I'm assuming forest hills, and maybe even like Savannah Plateau might be as well, has an average of no more than 25% on the scale. But hills have up to 75%. So we're going to just approach and see if this changes anywhere. Let's head this way. We might have to find an extreme hills. This is not changing enough for me to want to bore here. Yeah. Not a whole lot here, is there? Oh, hang on. Why did it spin around? Well, that's got a little bit more. I wonder if I have to scroll off of it on each. Oh, look. It's changing now. Still not a whole lot. I think we might do here. Look at that. It's over 50% in this chunk right here. All right. So since that's the case, we're gonna do our bore here. So let's make it before we go digging all the way down to bedrock. doesn't seem to work. Ember boar. So we've got some crafting to do. So let's head down here and see what we can craft. Alright. The ember boar needs more copper. Ooh, I got a compass. There we go. Lead plate. And 4 iron. So we got that. Let's find out about the lead plate. Methods to make that. Just okay. There we go. We got some lead plates. So can we do the mechanical core now? We can. And then we need more copper. So let's get that going. And this camonite, which is a camonite blend of clay and bone meal. Clay. That might be the challenge because I've been converting as much as I can into hardened clay for the builds. Alright, so we got 16. That's not going to be enough, I don't think. Because 4, it only makes 4 blocks, and in order to do this, I need 6. So alright, so let's get the copper. Get that going. We'll put this in here. I think we need those. We'll hang on to those for a second. It does take a while. I think we need another mechanical core. Might have to look it up real quick. See, because I don't think that they've got recipes displayed here yet. Yeah, the picture doesn't help. Okay, so we'll just kind of fumble along, I think. Ember board. Do I have everything? I do. When I place this down, I can't. So I probably do need that mechanical. I keep thinking that I need a mechanical core to place it on. So let's do that. because I want to see, I think, because this is the access for the machine. These are the ports. Yep, there you go. There's the bore. There's an input, I believe. And you can put another mechanical core on top here, and then where are the blocks? These. The machine accessor, so you can actually reach the center part. They go on the edges, which we might want to do if we're going to let this run for a while. So we need more brick, stairs, iron, and more, what plates? Iron plates. Okay. Can I do iron plates the same way I did? Yes, I can. All right. Let's do 2. So what I'm talking about is that once you get another mechanical core, let's do that. Who's up there? Loki, be careful. I don't want to see you falling. He's clamoring up there. Okay. Let's see. Forgot what I was doing. We're making another mechanical core. I need to make another one of these. Two more iron. Alright, so what it'll do is you put that there, and then you can put the ports. Oops. On the sides. So you can access it. Yay. We could make a couple of hoppers for inputting the fuel, but we're gonna need pipes. And Embers has its own pipes. You need to make the item pipes, but you also need to make a pump because it doesn't auto output. So you need to make, I'm looking to see if I can see it here. Those are just pipes. Item pump. There we go. The item pump needs a caminite plate and some item pipes. Item pipes are all lead. So let's go ahead and make some of those. We won't need a lot to get started. How do I do a caminite plate? Okay, so I need to make more of the caminite blend and then smelt one of them. That gave me a brick. Oh, I need to make a plate. And smelt the plate. Hello. Let's just do those. Okay. So then we need 2 redstone. And we're also going to need a lever, which I might already have somewhere. Not there. I have some sticks. Let's grab a stick. Alright, so what you do is wherever you're going to output, which I might do that from here, I need to get a chest, but you need to power that to output. Okay. Should probably make some hoppers. Make 2 hoppers. I believe you have to have separate inputs per item you need to put in. And we need to put gunpowder and furnace fuel. Gunpowder and furnace fuel in order to get this to work the way we want. So let's put this in here while we can. Okay. Copper. Alright, we got enough space in our inventory now that I think we can pick all this up and grab furnace fuel. We'll just do that and practically all of our gunpowder. And let's see what we can do. Where's my drill? Now, as you saw, the machine was a 3x3, so once we get down into the middle of the chunk, we are going to need to dig out a little room. But we're going to just do it right here. And we have a long way to go, so... We're now at ground level for the rest of the ground. I'm awfully surprised I haven't encountered any caves. And I don't hear lava. There we go. So we're at the bottom. This up so we can see. Okay. Do I have any? I don't have any storage crates on me. Wanted to get rid of these blocks, but they'll time out and they'll go away. Alright, let's put my boar down. There we go. And then we'll put the other mechanical core down here, and the 2 accessors, these will be for input, and then the item pump over here for extracting with a lever on top. Alright. That and the chest over here. I believe we turn that on so it pumps, and then we're going to put the gunpowder in here and the furnace fuel in there, and there it goes. You can see it spinning, and it should be collecting ember every so often. It's not a fast process. There we go. We got our first ember shard, folks. Yay! So yeah, and this will just go until it's drained all of the, well, granted we have to keep adding furnace fuels and stuff to it, but this will update as well as it runs out of ember in the chunk. So there's that. Let's get out of here. And we are going to need to continually get some gunpowder, which I don't think there's a way to manufacture gunpowder. Well, I guess there's this method. There's bees. Well, I guess there's Botania way. We can get flint real easy. So that's cool to know. So we'll leave this going for a little while. There we go, 2 ember shards. And we'll come back down here with some more furnace fuel. Oh, a cave. I must have flown right by that. Yeah. There's our start with collecting what we need for Embers power. It is possible that this building will become my quarry slash ore processing building, and I'm probably gonna need to make it taller. And then this one will be my power tower where I make potion power. And see, so I'm gonna need a Botania building and a roots building, which I don't know where I'm gonna put all that. Got lots of stuff to do. Alright, and so go down here. Let's clear our inventory as best we can. And we collected some things. Agate. I don't need emeralds in there. I can put emeralds there. Okay. So I believe we need why didn't they go in there? I'm gonna get rid of the dirt, I think, that I have on me, because it won't fit in there. I have too much. Put you in here. And you in here. Item pipes. Sure. And then the Camonite there. Extra clay balls. I think we're good for now. Cleaning out our inventory. Alright. So Embers is going. Blood magic we started. So we've got Botania and Roots. Roots is harder to get started in than Botania because you need to go around and collect vanilla flowers. But the good news is with Botania, you can get the vanilla flowers. I don't know if you can get the tall ones. Can you? Yes. But can you get that? Oh good, you can. Okay. So let's get started on Botania. Shall we? Where is my pouch? Do I not? Am I blind? I have a flower pouch. somewhere that was collecting all the flowers that I was getting around the world. And now I don't know where it is. That's disheartening. Oh, there it is. Found it! We don't have all of the flowers, but I at least have what's needed to get started with the mod. Oh, we need one more petal, and I think I had a spare one floating around in here. I did. So to start Botania, you need a petal apothecary. I can't remember if it's these or if it's that. Must be that. All right. Let's head over here near our infant water source. We kind of crowded. Let's get rid of you. Can I place you out here, please? All right. Put water in there, and we need a seed, which we have a lot of. Alright, to get started, we need a pure daisy, which is 4 white petals and a seed. Yay! We're going to put it out here, and we need logs, which let's make another axe and get our tree farm running. There we go. And we need some living wood. We also need some living rock, but I'll do that after the living wood is done, and we need to smelt some more cobble anyway. So let's do that. We'll do smelting. We don't need you. How is this doing? Still plugging away. It's almost done. This should be, yeah. If you don't know what's going on here, if you missed Sunday's stream, I am washing colored clay. You can do any of the hardened clay, which I just went to a mesa and did a whole bunch of strip mining. You can put it in a drying basin with water, and it washes the color out of the clay. So I'm making regular hardened clay so that I can then color it what I want to color it. Because the colors that those are not green, and that's what I'm using in my build. So greens and browns, and yeah. So there we go on that. Oh, looks like we're probably out of a hoe over there. Let's see. Yep. So let's make a hoe. We will eventually make unbreakable tools for the farms. If I use the farms. I haven't figured out yet what I want to do. I know that there is a blood magic farm set up. I haven't ever used it, so we'll have to experiment. There it goes. Okay. And this, if you guys haven't seen the feeder, the automatic feeder, when it reaches critical mass in an area, it will tell you there are too many animals to breed. So even if I put carrots in here, it wouldn't work until I culled the herd a bit. So that's why that's like that. Which I suppose we could do while we can go get the living wood. There we go. Now, I'm sure some of these are down to almost death, but that's what this is for. So let's put some carrots in there. Looking good. And now it'll work again. We have 30 experience points. We should probably figure out what we should enchant. I'd like to find a way of storing experience. I know that Actually Editions has a method. So there we go. Let's cook the pork chops. We need to make our wand, and that's going to require 3 petals? 2. Okay. Let's use purple. And it's going to require 3 living wood sticks, which is 4 blocks of living wood. And there is our wand. Yay! So now we should be getting some living rock shortly. To be able to make our first mana pool. And then we should make our first flower to generate some mana. Let's do some more wood because we'll need it for a mana spreader. And then we shall make our pool. And we're going to just place it here. Sure. And the first flower we need to make is the Thermalily. Or, sorry, the Endoflame. 2 brown, 1 red, and 1 light gray. Let's see what we got. We don't have any red. We have light gray. We have brown. So we need to go get red flowers. Do I have shears? Alright, there's magenta. There's red right there. Are these peonies or are these magical? Those are peonies. Or, not peonies. Okay. Poppy, poppy, more poppies. More poppies. Glowing roses. Tulip. Hey, I didn't know there was a village here. Let's see what's here. Has someone already been here? Yep. Okay. Fly around till we find some red mystical flowers. There's a lot of poppies. The amount of poppies I'm seeing is staggering. It's just insane. Oh, there's a mineral tree. There's orange mystical flowers. We might have to make some fertilizer and hope for the best. Well, I'm starting to see a bit more mystical flowers out here. There's orange and blue. Another village. This one's nice. Look at all this. Path blocks. Do they have a... Nah. Okay. Not getting lucky here on the mystical flower front. Come on! There's black. Blue. Where are the red ones? Oh, loading new chunks. Hey, the sunflowers. We're in the sunflower plains. There's magenta. Boop. Are you kidding? Just the two? Oh no, okay, good. Four though, that's it, 4. I will come back and collect more of this stuff. I'm just grabbing what we need to get started with Mana Gen. I will, off stream, run around in my general area here and collect all the Botania flowers. Because they will be useful. But now that we have what we need. Okay. So we've got that, and a seed. Now, remind me again, it's 2 brown and 1 of the others. So we need water. And if you've got it right, you get the little display that says you've got it right. So there we go. This is our first flower that will produce mana. Now, it won't produce mana just like this. It needs a spreader. Well, it'll produce it, but it'll have no way of putting it in the pool. So we need that. Do I have another spare petal in here? Nope, I'll just break one down. Gold. We need to make ourselves a mana spreader, and that is done like that. And we're going to just plunk it down 1 above the mana pool. Like that. Well, maybe we shouldn't do it above, because that way I don't have to move it when I get the runic altar set up. Do it there. And bind you to that, and you to the mana pool. Now, if we put furnace fuel down, it will consume it. It'll look all fiery, and it will make mana for us. There it goes. Our first mana. Now, this will burn furnace fuels for half the amount of time that it would take to burn a furnace, I believe, is what the new equation is. So it's not one that you really want to stick with for your mana, because you want to from these as soon as possible. So that's that. So that we can move on to steps in the Botania process. Let us go and put more of this in there. We don't have a whole lot of gunpowder, but let us go check on our embers. Well, so we've got 1 crystal and 5 shards. That honestly is not bad. We don't need that in there. I'm going to put more U in there. And more U. Now, I have no way of knowing how much is actually in here. Like I said, it will use a furnace fuel each time it finds a crystal, I believe, or it uses it continuously. The gunpowder, I believe Ulysses said that it isn't used every time, but I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. So we're just going to keep collecting this. I'm going to just babysit it. I'd like to get a stack of the shards before I start doing anything. So it's going to be a while. Do I still have the gauge on me? I do. And it's still looking all right. So we have some time. All right. If you want to learn more about the Embers mod, head over to the project site for Embers, and there is a dev spotlight. It's about 30 minutes long, and it's for one of the earlier versions of the mod. So there are more things now, and other things have changed, but it will give you, like it did me, it'll give you an idea of how to get started. It is in active development. He is working on things, some really cool things that I've seen. So I'm looking forward to really digging into the Embers mod and seeing everything that it can do. Why didn't it pick you up in the bag? That's odd. Okay. But that is it for me today. It is time for me to say goodbye. We will get into roots when I've got Botania going enough to be able to just make vanilla flowers, because they're harder to get. So we'll do that next time. I will be streaming again on Wednesday, so I'll catch you on Wednesday, and hopefully by the time we're back in this world, I'll do some more building, so you can see more of what is going to happen here and make it look really cool. So catch you back then. Have a good evening, everyone. Good night.